Okay then. Well, a very good evening and a warm welcome to everyone to our fifth episode of Coffee Conversations with Women on Wealth. Women on Wealth is a women-centric community where we help women take charge of their finances through online training and coaching programs so that women can learn to manage their money, make themselves financially empowered, and be leaders in their own lives. Women on Wealth stands on three pillars: our online training and coaching programs, our money book club, and our Women on Wealth community. Uh, Please go on our website, womenonwealth.in, or call at 9818540023, and you will get all the information regarding all these three pillars. Thank you. Dabira, over to you.
All right. So my name is Dabira, and we are very excited to interview these amazing women today. So without further delay, I would just like to introduce our powerhouse duo, as we like to call them. Meera, who's changed careers to become one of the most impactful impact communication coaches, and Khushali, a psychotherapist by profession, is now going to become an ACE investor. So welcome, girls. Welcome on Coffee Conversation.
Thank you.
So Khushali, let's start with you. Tell us something about yourself.
Okay, so I am Khushali. Like Dabira said, I am an ACE investor in making and a pure Gujarati at heart. So I love food and I love people. That's what Gujaratis are known for. I was born in Delhi and brought up in Bombay, and I am this strange mix of cultures that are absolutely poles apart. A little bit about my background. My fascination with how the human mind works had me fall in love with psychology. So after my bachelor's and a master's in psychology, I moved on to work with people in various fields, building my expertise around thinking patterns and how it manifests into behavior. So a whole decade, for a whole decade, my work was about how we think and how that impacts our life and relationships. My love for working with people has led to a huge amount of varied experience from corporate organizations like National Stock Exchange, Blue Star, Delhi government, Dale Carnegie, Maruti Suzuki, etc. From there, I moved on to teaching at Delhi University and at Amity University. And I have been doing counseling therapy for more than a decade now. So if I were to really sum it up, uh, I have thrived on learning things and applying and then growing. I think that's what my whole life has been about. Like I jumped into training, into my training career even before I finished my post graduation. And then along the way, I pursued MBA because I was working with organizations. I learned various counseling techniques because I was doing counseling therapy, and I kept upskilling there. And a very interesting part is that I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer. I stopped dancing for about 8 years. I got back to dancing. I did my Arangetram. And just that whole bit of doing my Arangetram brought in like a very different view to what I can really do and achieve in life. So it was hugely impactful as a part of my learning curve. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm here today at Women on Wealth. Even though like I cleared net and I started to teach, but learning about investment and leading the investment community, I mean, this has been like unthought of. And the only thing that I can take back, looking back at my life right now, when you ask me that, is uh, if there is something that I can upskill in and I can bring value, I mean, that's something that I will jump into.
That's amazing. So, Meera, what about you? Would you like to just share something about yourself as well?
Certainly, thank you. My name is Meera Swaroop, and I come from a very eclectic background. My father was in the army, my grandparents were in the army, and as it may seem like that there was a lot of discipline in the house, no, that was not the case. But thanks to that kind of upbringing, I got an opportunity to literally travel all over the country. 9 schools in 16 years of education. I promise you, I wasn't thrown out of any one of them. Then I did my still figuring out what's there in life for me. I did my bachelor's in biotechnology, master's in clinical research, and then I started off my journey in the domain of clinical research, helping people in the research of oncology, cardiology, asthma. That was my life at that time, working closely with doctors. And then another 5 years heading the operations of a healthcare company. And over this journey, of course, the communication coach title that I carry around wasn't showing up anywhere. Sometime in Johnson & Johnson started to occur that I have an inherent talent, which I still am discovering, where I can help personify people in a way where they can express themselves to the fullest.
Interesting.
And that's where my journey started. I started off by being a trainer in etiquette and grooming by a very well-renowned trainer in Mumbai, Miss Sunita Kanga. And then following on that work, I discovered that what I really take or where I really find my passion in is being able to help empower people with the right words to be able to send their message out so that their people connections get stronger and they're able to achieve their goals a lot faster. That's the work that I'm in. And personally, a very little known fact about me is that I got married to a stranger I met on a flight 17 years ago.
Wow, that is truly an interesting one.
Yeah.
It's like out of those movies, you know.
Yes, quite like that. And a car enthusiast at heart and currently working in the FMCG industry. That's where he is. And we have a beautiful daughter who I believe is born to be a ballerina dancer. And so this is the kind of life that I mingle with. What I love to do, of course, carrying the title of an impact communication coach, what I love to do is to be able to add value to people through the work that I do in organizations. So I go to organizations like Coca-Cola, KPMG, EY, Deloitte, all these consulting firms where people want to empower their people in the same space. And I also run open workshops where people can join, open sessions where they can take value, and that's the way they communicate. Yeah, so that's about me.
So, Meera, how was your relationship with money before Women on Wealth?
You're already going to ask me that.
Very clearly before Women on Wealth, and then we'll come to the next part.
Yes, Women on Wealth. Yes. So I think Women on Wealth was just completely turning chapters ahead in my life. That was the experience of joining Women on Wealth. And if I was to tell you what was my experience with money, like what was my relationship with money, so I came from a family where we clearly understood the importance of managing money, but we didn't know the how. I did know that my parents were invested in stocks and mutual funds and investments was the way to go forward, but I didn't know the how. And somehow the communication didn't fall through as I would have liked it. And so for me, it was like, okay, start investing, but there was no organized way of investing. There was no goal setting. It's like, okay, just put something into a mutual fund. Okay, just put something into a PPF. Just put something there. That's how it was. Very disorganized. And if I may say, once I got married is when the real management of money started to happen, because we were running a house, you're running a family together. And somehow that little message that I had in my head got heavily altered when I joined Women on Wealth, where the message was, when you're a married couple and you're earning, one couple invest your salary, in a couple, one partner invest your salary and the other partner give it for house running. And that was a beautiful split that I just got used to. So my husband would just invest and I would just help look after the house. And because of this, one of the biggest things that happened was I never really got a chance to acknowledge any information in this area. I wasn't dealing in it directly. I would say for me, it was convenience to do that.
Yeah.
You look after the investment, I look after the house, but that life didn't empower me to get more, or should I say, how empowered I feel now on Women on Wealth, because now I'm in it and understanding money, that wasn't the space there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And Khushali, what about you? How was your relationship with money before Women on Wealth?
My relationship with money was a lot like, just get quickly to making money, get the skills to make money, earn, save. So I would always, since my first job, I would save like 10% to begin with, and then I would go on to using the rest of the amount. At times I would save more, but with my, if you were to ask my relationship with money, I think that was all that there was to it. Like my father invested in stocks, and he was really keen that, I look at it and I kind of, get a hang of things. But it was like blah, like, why are you telling me to do these things? It just doesn't work. Sorry, I don't like it. And I'm going to save money and become like this, and I'm going to have like the whole world full of things just out of the money that I save. That's all that I knew about money.
So, what brought you to Women on Wealth? How did that happen?
How did that happen? That happened because of an Antakshari.
Okay.
Wow.
Explanation required.
So I was at a meetup called Smite Spreaders Meetup, and it was an outdoor meetup where we'd all just strangers gotten together and we played Antakshari, and there was music and everything. And Priyanka Bhatia, who is the co-founder of WOW, happened to be there. I did not bother to interact with her then. However, on Facebook, I saw one of the introduction to stocks program that she had posted about, and I was like, this is interesting, because my father left us, he passed away in 2014, and he left us a portfolio of stocks. And while I knew that there is a portfolio and these are the companies, I had some very, 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 very basic knowledge about what stocks are. But I knew, and that is all that I knew about it. I had no idea what to do with that portfolio. It was lying unattended for about 3 years of my life now. By that time that I met Priyanka and I got onto the introduction program. But then by then I'd taken care of a lot of other things in terms of taking care of finances. And I think I was just looking out for something that would give me a little bit of idea into what the hell do I do with this now. So people kept telling me, ye bech do, aise kar do, waise kar do. And I kept mulling over the fact, but I just don't know anything about it. What do I don't even know if it's the right.
Yeah, whether it's right or wrong. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm like, अच्छा ठीक है, क्या सारे बेच दूं? अगर बोलोगे कि एक कंपनी के बेच भी दूं, तो क्यों बेचूं? Why do I even get out of that investment? So that cluelessness was what, and I think right place, right time, right message, it just got me into, okay, this is a free introduction. Let me just go. Let me see what happens. And that's been the pattern of my life. कुछ भी बढ़िया interesting लगा कि थोड़ा life में apply कर सकते हैं, तो just jump.
Yeah, but it's so interesting that you say this, this big why. Why should we invest here? Why should we exit out? This was one of the big issues I had as well. Like everyone used to say, invest in mutual funds and invest in this mutual fund. But I said, but why this one? Why not, this other one? And so this was like a constant argument that, or rather I would say a discussion we would have on our dinner table. And I would just be on the back foot because I didn't have the knowledge to back it up. So
Right.
I would always like agree with everyone else because I said, okay, they've got more experience, they know better, so theek hai, whatever they're suggesting. But at the back of my head, it was like knocking, saying that no, there is something I need to take control on right now.
Right. तो why कोई नहीं बताता है, ठीक है? Why का जवाब ऐसे नहीं मिलता है आसानी से.
Yeah, true.
What about you, Meera? How did Women on Wealth happen?
Stars were, the heavens were kind on me.
Wow. So one is Antakshari and one is the stars aligned.
Yes. and my story beginning may not be as beautiful, though I am sure that what I'll share will have many women like me wake up. Along the journey of me becoming a communication coach, earlier in my life, I was dabbling my feet between two boats. It was like literally like managing my life as an employee, and then also trying to find my feet moonlighting as a coach. And I wasn't giving up on my job because I didn't want to let go of the security of having a good pay packet coming in, but then that wasn't leaving me free to take that call of jumping out either. Anyhow, I did take that call, and then of course hell broke loose. So you are like scampering and figuring out how to do this. You're running out of your savings. Of course, I had a certain amount of savings before I did jump in, but then there was a point when the savings weren't just enough at all. And I will say, of course, my husband was as supportive as he can. But then the concern at that point with me was that I wasn't always empowered enough to ask. So because of this, one of the biggest mistakes that I made is that I ended up bringing up a big credit card debt.
Okay.
And that I thought I would be able to pay off with an incoming expected payment from a client. The unfortunate part was that the client, there were 2 clients payments expected, half of it never turned up, and the other half got extensively delayed. Because of this, a certain amount of debts that I had just built up by 25% more. So it just grew over like 2 months. And that's when I was like, okay, this is getting serious. I took my courage and I went to my husband and I shared this with him. So that's when the courage came to share this with my husband. And then, of course, there are consequences when you bring out such cases and issues. It's very human of us to be the way we are. And apart from, of course, dealing with it and, getting the kind of support to help fulfill the debt and take care of it. I mean, I'm grateful for my support that I have within my family, that debt could be cleared. But that was the hitting point where it just was like, wow, for a person who thought she had been managing money so far, you really don't know how to handle this, do you?
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about, oh, you're an entrepreneur, you're a solopreneur, you're figuring it out. Of course I am. Yet, how could I have had the right wisdom to not make this happen? And that's where, fortunately, I was connected through a friend, and it was like, you're calling out for help, and then suddenly this shows up. And I had like a half-an-hour conversation with Priyanka Bhatia, the founder of Women on Wealth. And since then, life's never been the same.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
And tell me, Meera, what changed then post Women on Wealth?
Precisely. Yeah, precisely. So that's exactly what I'd like to share. So the 2 major programs that I have done with Women on Wealth are the Money Gym, where she gives you like this basic download of managing your personal finances.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is the stocks program. I've done the stocks program twice.
Okay.
And I'm still working on it.
Okay.
But everybody's not a Khushali who just sit down like fish goes to water. Khushali's like that with stocks. So yes, it took me a little more time to do that, but then I'm so glad I did, and I have a portfolio today. But how life changed.
I think we've
Meera has
lost her a little bit here. Should we go to Khushali then?
Yeah.
Life changed so much that we had to pause.
Yeah.
You're
Am I with you guys right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
now we can hear you. Say.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll quickly share this moment of waking up that happened was when in the Money Gym program I started to realize we're running so much about after our I need to get my salary to increase, I need to get any other form of incoming to increase because I need to be able to pay up for the bills, etc. That's how money was looking. But then I really started to realize that paycheck to paycheck that we keep running after, if I can just remove my focus from there and start to focus on what does it take to build wealth. Mm-hmm. And 3 things that got me very clear. This is the 3 things that it takes to build wealth. First, if you're invested in property, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. Second, if you're invested in a business, not your business, someone else's business, you're building money. Okay. Third, you're invested in stocks, you're building money. For me, just knowing this was like, okay, now I know what to do. Yeah, I just know what to do. So, and the beautiful part was we were already invested in this, but it was not organized or it wasn't goal oriented. So life just shifted when you saw, oh, this is where you focus and you're there. That's how.
Okay, fair enough. That's good. What about you, Khushaali? What changed post Wow, post Women on Wealth?
I think 2 sessions into my stocks program, and I had a moment where I was like, बस यही तो करना है मुझे लाइफ में, मतलब सेट है हम.
I'm very jealous of her when she.
It was so amazing. I loved the idea of studying companies. I was sitting night after night reading, researching about what organizations are there, what are these companies like, what is the kind of financials that there are, and then how do we connect this. So there was this whole idea of, okay, पहले तो जो सारे myths होते हैं ना वो bust हो गए, because like I said, like that was investing, but I never bought into his idea of investing in stocks. So first few sessions were like, okay, is this really like, are we there, and is this really going to be a great idea, and is this long term enough or not. वो सारे myths जब bust हो गए तो फिर तो लगा कि बस मतलब this is कितनी I mean, I was blown away by the power of compounding. And I thought that, I've been thinking about creating wealth, and I could literally see at that moment, when I had that, what do you call that moment, Meera? I don't know, like the light bulb moment, maybe, that I could see that, what my dad had created by investing, and what I can build for myself, not just for my mom or, for the family, but what I can create for myself, for my family. And bam, that's where it all started. So, now if I think back, and if dad was around right now, I think we would be having like a marathon of chai nashta and have amazing conversation around strategies and mindset around stock investments. And with Wow, that was just so amazing, because there's this big, huge community. It's not just I am the only one who's studying and I figure it out. There is so much conversation that I like that chai nashta conversation that I'm already having with so many people.
And I agree with you. The community is very active. We are all the time on it. And, most of the people around me are wondering that why are you on the phone? And I'm like, there's so much to read, and there's so many articles, and everybody is giving their opinions on the articles. I mean, I really enjoy that moment. So I'm with you on that.
And then, the whole idea of, so I did the stocks program. I figured out, okay, let's build wealth from here, and this is what I want to do. I will carry on with my counseling. I've been carrying on with my therapy and everything. But this is going to become the main deal for me for wealth creation. And this gets all of my attention, all of my studying capabilities. With that, I happen to go on to still have that question कि भाई मतलब ये तो सब समझ आ गया, पर अब क्या कब कैसे करना है, प्लानिंग कैसे करनी है, वो नहीं समझ आ रहा था. So I think that is where I went on to do the Money Gym program also, because that really helped me to put it all together.
So you did the stocks program first, and then you went on to do the Money Gym.
Very strangely,
very
yes.
interesting. Yeah.
I think it arises from that need that, because वो need exists कर रही थी, that I didn't know what to do with a portfolio. Yeah. But when I did the stocks program and Money Gym, I thought, I don't know how many times I must have thought to myself that ये नौबत क्यों आए, कि ऐसी situation आए, तब जाके मैंने ये सीखा. Like 3 years went away with my portfolio lying there unattended, and I did not make full use of what that wealth had created, because it requires a certain level of constant supervision. It requires your active participation in a portfolio. So I was zapped, and I was thinking, yaar, aisa nahi hona chahiye. For someone like me, I felt that I was very aware and ready to learn in person and everything, and I felt yaar mere ko bhi agar इस स्टेज तक आने की जरूरत पड़ी है सीखने के लिए, तो ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए था. So I very strongly felt that at that point, that it shouldn't come to, I don't know what's happening, but whoever's taking care is not around, so now what do I do?
Yeah.
So I think I just wanted to add to this because I had this similar sort of a moment, even though I'm a very fresh graduate. So it's a, it's a learning process for me still. But when I was doing the Money Gym program, it just kept coming back to me that why did I not do this before? Why have I wasted so many years of my working life not having a goal to my investments or not having a sort of a pattern to my savings? And that is the urge that all the women around me, I literally got after their life, that you don't want to make the same mistake I did. So like my sister who's younger, I said, no, you've got more years than I do right now, in your career, so you have to start early. So this question kept, why did I not get in, before? And so it was so just
But
similar
over
to
here, now we can change the pattern. Because I remember I was having a conversation with another community member, and we were like generally talking, and we're like, oh God, like I'm 40, she's 50, we've started so late. Like, literally, अब हम हमारा retirement अब आने वाला है. So then we were just talking, and I thought कि so now how do we change the pattern is how we start teaching our kids to start early. So now I have two daughters, they're 6 years old, and I know that I have to teach them that now it has to start early. You cannot wait till 40 to start doing your savings and your investments and everything. So I guess that's where we, kind of change the pattern.
Yeah.
Jyoti, I'd like to add to that. This thing about teaching your daughters. So I have this little dream. I call it little, but I think it's big. The dream is that my daughter, and I must say, Priyanka is the one who's kind of influenced that dream. The dream is that my daughter, she's 6 right now. Sorry, she's 7 right now. By the time she's 15, 16, she's got the stock market sorted.
Okay.
She receives pocket money and she knows where it's going. That's how I, yes, that's how I
making.
But I'll just add to this quickly. I have one of my uncles. He actually did this with his kids, and both his daughter and his son. And if so if they're into Disney, he would say, "Okay, you like Disney as a company. Do you want to know more about it?" And then they would read more because it's so relatable. So I thought it was a great idea that clearly they knew a lot more than I've ever known. I'm only going to start beginning to know what a company, the background of a company, how you research a company. But I thought it was a great way to start young.
Yeah.
So whatever companies they're fond of, just get them onto that. So Meera, it's achievable.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah.
Meera, there is a question from Meenu. She's saying that after you did doing the stock course second time help you?
Completely. Whatever hesitations were there in the first one were completely addressed in the second one. And the reason I repeated the stocks program twice, even though I had invested in something in the first one itself, I had started off my DMAT independently. The second one just took me roots deep into what kind of research and study must I do. It's not like I didn't hear it in the first time, but maybe my barriers were so strong. But by the time I came to the second one, the barriers were like falling apart. And I was like, it's not worth it. I may as well just jump in and give it my best. So that's the space. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Meera, what was your support system like while you were doing, the two programs? And
Yes. Slightly convoluted story. So I'll give credit in two parts. When I joined the Money Gym program, you see, I was the recent victim of a debt. And I was looking at myself under a scanner. Do you even know money management? Do you even know money management? So in a lot of self-doubt. And but in the Money Gym program, the women, the community, all of us coming together, there were about 6 other women apart from me who were speaking, who were getting trained. And they were the ones who were supporting each other. Everybody had something similar in their lives, and they're like, oh, that's exactly the space I'm in, and the kind of support that is coming. So I'll say in the Money Gym, it was the women. But by the time I went to the stocks program, I must say my husband supported me a lot. You see, earlier he was figuring out I wonder what she's doing. What
Right.
space has she gotten into? What is this new world of money that she's talking about? But the minute we went into stocks, we could talk. We could talk about, hey, baby, you know what? This DMAT that we're already functioning, we can consider adding more here. We can consider stop investing here because it's not such a good investment to carry forward. Those conversations just started to build. So I got a lot of support from him there. So yeah.
Wow, nice. And Kushali, what about you?
My support. My
Yeah,
support.
your support system.
Pratik, my husband, and my mom-in-law both, in fact, very strong. Like, the first time I told him, I'm thinking I'll go to this introduction to stocks. He's not invested. He's not invested in stocks himself. But he's superb at this whole idea of, women really need to be financially aware and independent. And we've had that camaraderie since the time we got married, because both of us uh, follow the similar beliefs with respect to financial independence. So it was him, Are haan, ja kar aap, matlab, it'll be really nice, go learn. And I think very importantly, if I look back, I saw that my dad was also very keen that I learn. But I think a very important part was my readiness. So by the time here I was ready to go and, learn from the Intro to Stocks program or do the stocks program, I was mentally prepared that यार मुझे इसमें जाकर ना बस सीख लेना है अब. So when you're really wanting to do something, I think you can really pull out people who will support you. And if I am not ready, I can't even begin to tell you how forceful he was. Like Saturday, Sunday, matlab बैठ कर computer के आगे देखो, and I just did not. I rebelled like there was no tomorrow to that. So I felt that glad to have gained support, but if I wasn't ready, I don't think anybody would have been really able to do something with what I did in my life.
Yeah, I guess your entire, your career journey kind of shows that the minute you decide on something, you just go for it.
Yes.
And master it, as they say. Yeah. Totally. So, thank you both for sharing this and, your journey. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who will have questions and, how they can benefit from your experiences. So if anyone does have questions, please do send us a note now. But moving on, I had another question for both of you. So a little birdie told me about this fabulous course that you have put together for us and to take us forward. And I know that Jyoti is part of it and she can't stop talking about it. So I'm very intrigued to know who and what inspired you, what is this course about, and why was it so important for you to start it? So I've just clubbed it out there, and I'll leave it to you to kind of just tell us more about what went into your head before you decided to take this course on.
The Bira, I shall completely attract the audience into this particular question. So this is Khushali and I'm so thank you for asking us that question. We are running a course in Women on Wealth. Khushali and I are leading it. What caused this course to happen? This course is called How to Talk to Your Husband About Money. We didn't plan it. It was a setup.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah, yes, it was a complete setup because Priyanka Bhatia has been envisioning a course like this for the women in her community since years. And she was already beginning to see, as much as I'm empowering the women with certain structures to follow when it comes to money, certain aspects to look at to build their wealth, she realized as much as I'm empowering them with as much tools and applications they can use, they're not being able to implement it to the fullest or with velocity because many a times their husbands aren't aligned with what they are creating. And she saw that it's not like they're against them, but something is how the woman's vision of where she's taking the wealth, the woman's vision when she'd like to start to build the wealth of the house, that vision isn't getting communicated. And that's where Priyanka saw that Khushali, who's a psychotherapist And Meera, who is a communication coach, just happened to be bringing velocity to their game. And she could always sense that we were always talking about our husbands. I mean, if you talk to Khushali, she'll always talk about how her husband was doing this and that. And she saw the sync. And the little joke in my head is that her husband and my husband share the same name. So it's probably something. So, but then Priyanka could see through, and she's like, whatever it is that you women are doing, this needs to go out to the community. And that's where she just pulled us in. And she put us together, and the course started to get created. So she's got a lot of inputs into it, right? Khushali, what do you have to say?
Oh, yes. A lot of inputs. And I love how Meera puts this together.
Yeah.
You know, it is so amazing. And what we love about this whole thing is that it has concepts, it has everything. But the best part is that you know, we have women right into the course, in even like we're in third session, and we have women taking full action. Like, you know, there's action right from the word go, and they're like, acha kya, what do we have to break? Is it our beliefs we have to break down? Oh, is it communication that we have to do? Just tell us. And you know, they're going out there and doing it. And it's like a madhouse when we are having those sessions.
Absolutely.
I want
Wow.
to share something here. Since I'm a participant, I just want to share a little bit of experience, if I may. One thing I like about Women and Wealth and its programs are the structure that we always receive. And it's just it makes life so much more simpler, even in the Money Gym, even in stock program. And I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting a structure in this program because, you know, I mean, how can you have a structure in such a program? But there was, and I was like, thank God, you know, from session 1 till now, we finished 4 sessions, and there has been a proper structure of how to go forward. And I want to share an experience I had from the 3rd session, where we were asked to create a vision of a marriage. And I, you know, very nicely wrote this whole sentence about the marriage should be like this and should be like that, and this whole big thing. And then Meera just asked us to tweak it slightly and said that instead of using the word should, how about we start by saying, I like my marriage to be, or I want my marriage to be, and then write whatever you want to write. So I said, okay. So I changed the sentence and said, I like my marriage to be, for example, understanding, forgiving, and so on. And then she told us to go one step forward and asked us to question ourselves that even though I like my marriage to be all these things, what part of these things are we giving? So I'm like, okay, so how understanding, if I want my husband to be understanding, for example, then how understanding I am being towards him. And then she told us to start this sentence with saying, let me be understanding, or let me be loving, or whatever. And this incident somehow took me back to this 2018 May. This had happened with me. I was going through a personal crisis, and somebody had told me that, you know, you're behaving like a puppet, like people are pulling your strings and you're just moving the way they want you to move. And you have literally given the control of your happiness outside to someone else. So agar kisi aur ki action theek hoegi, you will be happy. Agar kisi aur ki action theek nahi hoegi, you will be sad. And somehow I could relate these two incidents together, because there I had let go of my control and I was dependent on someone else to keep me happy. And here in my marriage, I had let go of my control once again and waiting, you know, so if my husband will be understanding, then things are going to be fine. And if he's going to be loving, then things are going to be fine. But when she made us change our words, and Meera is really, really good at that. I mean, she's a very good impact communication coach, because her words are just awesome. I really like those. And when I changed my words and I started saying, let me be understanding, what that did was that suddenly I was in control. Suddenly, and she told me to change the word control also. She said, use the word lead, which was more positive, you know, like, yeah, I was in the lead and I can manage this. So what I realized was that the Money Gym program and the stock investment program They made me a confident person, yes. They made me very empowered within myself, yes. But कभी कभी क्या होता है कि हम अपनी empowerment में इतने बिजी हो जाते हैं कि हम अपनी relationships को पीछे भूल जाते हैं. Like, you know, we get so busy in our own thing. या कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है that we become arrogant. You know, हमें इतनी knowledge मिल जाती है and we feel like, yeah, you know, I know so much more than he does. And we tend to become very arrogant. And what this program does is it very gently brings you back and tells you that while you are growing as a person, how about you allow your relationships to grow along with you? And that is what I love about this program. So this
Wow.
whole Kushali Meera combination works for me really well because Kushali just probes you, you know, forces you to probe and inquire and go deep inside, and you know, you're wondering, and she's removing all your layers one by one. She's removing your layers and you reach your core, and which is your truth. And when you acknowledge your truth, then Meera helps you to communicate that in an impactful manner, in a loving manner, and a compassionate manner. So for me, both of you are an awesome combination, and I really want to thank you for doing this. And I want to thank Priyanka for having this vision that her community members need this, and so many women outside need this. So yeah, that's what I want to share.
Wow, that is
Wow,
like,
Jyoti.
that was so inspiring.
Hug you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost feeling like we need to take this conversation and keep carrying it on, because I have so many questions around it. It just how you explained it, Meera, to, you know, Kushali, how you put it together, and then Jyoti's personal experience. I think that's just hit home completely. So I think I definitely need to have a conversation offline with both of you, and take this forward for sure. That's great.
Yeah, so that's about it for this evening. Dabira, would you like to conclude?
Sure. I hope you know, you all enjoyed it as much as I did. I genuinely have really enjoyed this chat, and it's been very informative. Any questions, you can just drop us a message and we'll be happy to revert. And thank you both for coming, you know, on air with us, taking out time, and just helping us out. And I just wanted to add that next week we will be back, same time, same day. That's Tuesday, 5 p.m. And we will have another two amazing women who have really truly worked to upskill themselves and now have become the financial anchors of their households. So another two very inspiring stories coming along, and we will see you then. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Davira. Thank you, Jyoti.
Thank you, Kushali. Thank you, Meera.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. It was amazing. And Jyoti.
Yeah, Jyoti. we're gonna get on a call offline and like,
Yeah.
oh wow, what did just happen?
All right then.
Definitely. All right.
All right, Davira. Thanks.